It's obviously a pretty deep draft class defensively. Compared to the rest of your peers here at the Combine, what do you think gives you the edge?
Just being able to be myself. Not being able to change for the glitz and the glamour, the cameras, the interviews. Just being who I am, being true to myself. Like I've been from everywhere I've been, back at home, not changing up, remaining the same, and being me.
Within the scouting process, obviously, you're 25 and a little bit on the older side.
24, but
24, sorry.
They got it wrong. Google has it wrong.
That's, my fault for trusting Google.
Okay.
But regardless, with players on the older side, I kind of feel like it's an unfair notion for scouts and GMs to maybe value you guys a little bit less, even though you obviously can play and you obviously have talent.
No, that's just how they think about it, how they're going to go about it, and there's no animosity in it. I just think there's more wisdom in that because I've got more reps, so that kind of makes me more of an asset, I think, just because you don't have to take it by the hand and treat me like a kid. You continue to treat me like a man because I'm going to be reliable day in, day out. And along with that, there's guys in the NFL like Levante David, who's been playing for the Bucs for a long time now, and he's been playing like he's been out there like a rookie. So age doesn't matter. If you can play, they'll find you. So if you can play, you'll play.
Demetrius, a lot of people point out that Alabama game, but overall, we've had a lot of SEC experience. How has maybe playing the SEC overall just been a huge help for you in this process?
Yeah, the SEC is the closest that you're going to get to the NFL with the monsters that are out there in the offensive line, defensive line, and so on and so forth. So being able to compare yourself to those guys gives you a good tip of the scale of where you're at, athletically, mentally, how you prepare, and things like that. So if you can play well in the SEC, you can play well in the NFL as long as you continue to look up to those veterans to adapt to the game a lot quicker.
What about your skill set, or what kind of stands out about you or makes you unique maybe in this draft class?
Right. Being able to be 240 pounds and use my speed and run people down, like guys like Jalen Milroe, it's becoming a quarterback league where quarterbacks are a little bit more mobile nowadays, so they don't find people downfield, they'll run for a first down. But you got guys like Jaden Daniels more and more into the NFL, so there's going to be more lookout for quarterbacks in the run in these years to come, and guys like me who are my size and can run will be a good priority for teams to come pick up.
When it comes to kind of hard-hitting or fast linebackers, the 49ers, they got a pair of them with Fred and Jordan Greenlaw. What would it mean to maybe play alongside those two guys?
Oh, it would be an honor to play with those guys. It would be an honor just to pick their brain every day and to get nuggets from them and to truly immerse myself in the linebacker position, learning everything from them.
Have you gotten to meet with them so far?
I have not so far, but that may change tonight.
Because as a high school quarterback, when did that switch happen? And then what skills when playing quarterback would help you translate?
Yeah, so playing quarterback was everything I thought I'd be doing. I thought I'd be here right now as a quarterback, but the roles were flipped, and I'm just quarterback of the defense now. But that would happen as soon as I got to college. They were like, "Yeah, we're gonna ask you to play linebacker." Because I'm a freshman, I'm not gonna bounce back at them. So I'm like, "Yes, sir." Put my head down and go play it. It was rough, but glad I persevered, kept my faith in Jesus, and ended up in this spot right here. So now, if you would have told me my freshman year that I'd be right here as a linebacker, I probably would have cried, or probably would have said that doesn't sound right. But here I am, and blessed to be.
What went into the mindset switch? I mean, those are two very different mindsets of avoiding the hit or being the hitter. How did you tap into that part of your game?
Yeah, just being able to look at the guys in the room already who were there. A great guy that I learned my process from and learning how to take care of my body. David Curry, Charlie Thomas, Ace Ely, a lot of those guys in that room really taught me the process of what it was to be a linebacker. Learning where to put my eyes when pull blocks happen, learning the splits in the back, things like that, and just being in the weight room more because I'm only 215. I was a running quarterback. Like you said, I wasn't trying to do the hitting. I was trying to avoid being hit. So doing the hitting was something very foreign to me. But after repetition and going to Charlotte and truly developing as a linebacker myself would help me get more of the reps to where I could travel and go to Carolina in my last season and put it all together.
Demetrius, when you watch your tape, you seem very methodical in those moments after the snap.
Right.
Like, what is it about your skill set that you feel like you can get to where you need to be, and it's more important to process, I guess, initially what's happening before triggering?
Yeah, I'm more patient when it comes to gap schemes, when it comes to people moving behind the center, people moving in front of the center. That's easier to see because it's more downhill. It's going to happen quicker. When people are moving behind the center, you got to put your eyes on your new 3, new 2, so things like that. Having interviews with teams this week, one of the things they said was they love my patience because guys can be so hard-nosed and fly up into a gap, and then next thing you know, you got 2 people in the B gap or 2 people in the A gap, and then there's an explosive run. With me, I'm more patient with the fits. If the back comes to me, I make the tackle. If not, I'm going to play off the D tackle so he can make the play.
I'm sure this is.
Teammates are here with you at the combine. What do you think that says about the future of South Carolina football?
Yeah, South Carolina is going to be a team to reckon with for years and years to come, as long as Beamer is there doing his thing and laying the law down like he has been. But they're going to be a great team to watch this year. Can't wait to see what they do. Hope Norris continues to work his magic that he would display every Saturday, but South Carolina is going to be a team to watch for sure.
You mentioned
A little bit of quarterback in you. Do you think you can sell yourself as a backup or an emergency quarterback?
I think a year or 2 years ago, I may have said yes to that question, that I could sell myself as a backup, but I think I have officially retired that quarterback in me now. So he's all rested up now.
I'm sure this is a pretty hectic time in your life. You actually got a family at home. How have they helped keep you grounded throughout this whole process?
Yeah, so this is, of course, it's a long process. You're here day in, day out. You're up early. It can be draining, but seeing my family on FaceTime, seeing pictures of my son and daughter, even though they may be driving my wife up the wall,
yeah.
It's always great to see. And that recharges my batteries and reminds me that I'm here on a business trip for them. So I got to put my best foot forward because they're putting their best foot forward. And the thing at the end of the day that makes it all worth it is they can care less, what team I go to. They can care less whether I win or lose a game. At the end of the day, they just want to see me, and that's gonna forever be the best win I ever get.
Demetrius, I think I have the timeline here correct. When you're making this change to linebacker, Jahmyr Gibbs is your teammate,
yeah.
And so I imagine you're getting matched up with him occasionally on drills. Like, what kind of trial by fire was covering one of the now shiftiest players in the NFL?
Yeah, it was very. If you go and watch one of the Disney on Ice plays, that's what it looked like with majority of us linebackers out there trying to guard Jahmyr Gibbs in one-on-ones. There were occasionally you'll stay with him in some of them, but he'll still find a way to catch the ball or break past you just with his acceleration. But in pass rushes, it was a different little situation. We could get him there, so because we know he wasn't running anywhere, so we could get him right there. But in the one-on-ones, throwing the ball, he pretty much had that one under wraps. So we try to cheat the rep a little bit. We just try to stay outside as much as we can and be like, oh, we got a corner over there. We'll have help. So we're okay. But he's definitely a great guy. I can't wait to see him again coming up soon.
Have you met formally with the Dallas Cowboys yet?
Not yet, but that could possibly change today.
Instinctively, how is this switch from quarterback to linebacker?
It's kind of played in my favor, just as I've been able to use my quarterback IQ to mess with quarterbacks in games. Of course, some of those games was Oklahoma, which is a good game I had, and also Texas A&M, where we were showing one thing, and I know if I'm looking at something pre-snap, that I know where I can go with the ball. So I'm seeing the quarterback's looking at me, I may show him a little inside presence, or I may show in the box and then quickly hop outside the box and freeze him a little bit after the snap or post-snap.
As a bigger linebacker, a natural thought might be about your coverage skills. What do you kind of have to say about them both against man and in zone coverage?
Yeah, that's just something you have to do as a linebacker. And I can do them both very well as long as it's about eyes. If you're playing man, put your eyes on your man. If you're in zone, there's a guy in your zone, cover that guy. If he's going to another zone, match carry, deliver him to the next zone until you get somebody else.
Talk about your Senior Bowl experience and the watches you've been there.
Yeah, Senior Bowl was amazing 3 days. Wish everyone would have played. It would have made that game a little less stressful on us. But, those guys that they did, I'm not mad at them for it. But it was amazing. Definitely great interviews there as well with a bunch of teams. Had my stock go up a little bit there as well in the interview process, and then also being able to show that I can move at my size.
Yeah, what players stood out to you, either on the defensive side, on your side, or anybody against the offense?
Yeah, of course the guy that stood out my side on offense was Jackson Dart, just because he stood out versus us in the season as well, really staying in the pocket, delivering the ball, knowing he's going to take a hit, but being able to, give his guys a chance in one-on-one situations or lead them in stride so they don't have to break down and take off on us. And then on the defense side, we have to be Shamar James, linebacker from Florida. He's a very good, quick mover. A very, very efficient linebacker, and that's what people love to see.
Demetrius, you have a son and daughter with your wife.
Yes.
How old are they?
My son is 7 months and already looks like a linebacker, and my daughter just turned 2 years old.
Okay, what are their names?
Camila and Malachi.
Okay. Are they going to be? What are they going to see you do tomorrow?
They will see me do everything, but they will see it from the TV. They may not be very interested in me, probably more the mascots if they see those, but they'll, at least at some point in history, they'll know they saw me on that.
If you were still playing quarterback, right, what kind of quarterback would you be now? I mean, it's an amazing story.
Right. That is a great question that I never thought about. I believe I'd be a very balanced quarterback, one that could get it done in the run game. Maybe a guy that you can sneak in on my own type of tush push, if you will, just with my size. But I'd be able to deliver the ball when needed, and throw it up, be very accurate with the ball, and still move the ball down the field, put points up for our team.
Why has linebacker been such a great fit for you? And what do you most hope to showcase at the NFL level?
Yeah, linebackers opened up so many opportunities for me, just to say the least, with special teams and being able to just to be on the field. I know a lot of guys, they want a chance to get on the field. Playing quarterback, you're either playing or you're a backup or you're not playing at all. So playing linebacker opened up so many opportunities where I can go play on kickoff, I can go play on kickoff return, and it's not like I'm just sitting on the sideline with a clean uniform and my family's like, oh, well, you look clean today. So I want to get the pads dirty, want to do something for my team to help put us in the best possible way to win. And just being at my size, being at 240 pounds on the dot, and be able to run, read, and react, and be patient is what I believe separates me and helps me.
You talked about this a little bit at the beginning, but college is a little bit more speed and space game. A lot of the other linebackers are undersized, if you will, for the league. You're walking into the league size ready.
Right.
How much of an advantage do you think that gives you to know that you can play in the body type that you're in?
Right. It gives me a great advantage. It's less off my mind in the NFL just because they talk about your first year is hectic. You're a rookie, you're going to go into camps, you're going to try to quickly adapt to what's going on in your life. But having the weight already done and being at a decent size where I feel great, where I can move fast, being able to get down and run, read, diagnose quick, is definitely going to help me adapt, where I can just ask those guys that when I get in the room with whichever team, I can ask my questions, I can ask for more help, I can ask for more help on the field, more off the field, in the film room and whatnot, so I can really have that down. So when it comes time for camp, I can be on that roster and on that list to go out there and provide for the team.
When you were making the transition, who were some of the linebackers you studied, and as you maybe develop the personality of who you are as a linebacker, who are some of the guys you kind of have gravitated to at the professional level?
Yeah, at the professional level, first would have to be Mac Wilson from Alabama. That was a guy that I didn't know anything about linebacker. I was hearing a lot about him, so I was like, let me go watch him. Playing fast, playing physical, and I was like, that's what I want to try to emulate. Of course, I was going to find Levante David, then Fred Warner, guys like that. Darius Leonard, finding ways to punch the ball out when the ball's in their arm, things like that. Just finding things that I can take from all those guys and use in my game.
Demetrius,